Last February during Lent, I was blessed to do a 5-night mission at St. John Vianney Parish in Janesville. I stayed down there, and during those days, I was able to visit all the priests, visit all the parishes in Janesville, go to all the schools, celebrate Mass for the school children, meet with some of the evangelization teams of the parishes, meet with staff, and then every night there was a talk, a reflection. And I focused on the kerygma, which is really the primacy of Christ. So looking at the goodness of creation, looking at the fall and the tragedy of sin, looking at the whole Christ event as God's response to our tragedy of sin and death, and then our response to that gracious invitation of Christ. I absolutely loved doing that mission, and many people tuned in via social media because of the COVID restrictions. But it inspired an idea in me to, at least from September through May, to do a monthly mission like that somewhere in the diocese. So tonight I'm finishing up a 2-night parish mission at St. Clare's in Monroe. And again, the focus is on the centrality of Christ and what God is doing for us through the mystery of Jesus manifested in the scriptures and the sacraments and the beautiful life of the church. So I invite you to come tonight at 7 o'clock to Monroe if you'd like to participate in this final night of the mission. But if you can't, please stay tuned, because I'll be traveling throughout the diocese and doing these missions on a monthly basis as long as I have breath in my body. And I've just found that it's a powerful way to be with people, to share faith, and to really just preach the gospel and to plant that seed of God's word in human hearts. And through that process, to allow that seed of God's word to be planted more deeply in my own heart. To preach the gospel is, of course, a formal act of the clergy, but it's also an informal act of the laity. So how we speak of the Lord, how we live our life, how we give witness to the faith is not all of that, in a sense, preaching, that we're called to speak the word of Jesus. And reflecting on the faith and knowing the basics equips us to be able to do that more effectively and transformatively. And that's certainly part of the goal of our Go Make Disciples evangelizing initiative.